Hey kids, do you like violence?
Dad, no!
Hey everybody, Greco Fabulous here, and welcome to another episode of Thrifting to... Why are the kids screaming? Thrifting to collect. Now, if it seems like I'm in a good mood, it's because I'm a good actor. No, it's because I actually hung out with my high school friends this past weekend. And now, I know a lot of you are like, high school? Like, why the hell would anyone ever want to think back to high school? And if you saw what I looked like in high school, you're probably wondering why I'm so excited anyways. Now, back in high school, I was funny and nice. Now I'm just an asshole. But I look gorgeous! As long as I look good in my casket, that's all that matters. Class of 03 rules! Alright, so in this video, we're gonna go check out some things I picked up at yard sales, a flea market, a thrift store, all of the above. No footage to back it up. Alright, now we're getting a little silly. Don't like to see things like this. I mean, Death Watch, whatever. I guess it's a little more appropriate, but... Man. This I was hoping was something because it kind of stood out, but apparently it's nothing. These were kind of cool and stood out, but I don't think they're going to be worth it based on these prices. Like, that's pretty neat. This guy might be worth it, but what are the chances that it's complete? Now, this guy's big and awesome, but he's really not that valuable. So, like, for $5, I don't even know if it's worth it. And the camera doesn't even want to focus on it. That's how disinterested it is. A little scratched up. Might have to let this guy go. Somebody who cares. So, first pass through, this is just my grab and go. I got some model cars, a bunch of DVDs and VHS that kind of stood out. Barbie, a pop, a bunch of video games, and then this book on classic albums. I'm gonna go ahead and look things up and see if there's anything worth keeping. Alright guys, so I grabbed a bunch of VHS to see if they're worth anything. Some horror mixed in here. This is a promo tape, doesn't really matter. Sealed game, nope. The Invitation, nope. I thought that was Leprechaun the horror movie, I was very wrong. It's the Legend of Leprechauns. Scarecrow, nothing. This one supposedly has some value, but I'm a little concerned that there's some mold in there. Here's an angle we haven't seen before. Now you might be wondering why things are different, and that's because I can't find my tripod. And then you're like, dude, you just did your whole intro handheld. Since when do you care about using a tripod? So I don't know, I just didn't want to, it's a lot. These hands were made for walking? I don't know. Anyways, so I had a pretty eventful week. The footage probably does not back it up, but I had a lot going on. So first off, my week started with a flea market, an early morning flea market, one that I don't traditionally find too many things at. This time, not a huge exception, but I did walk away with some things. So first off, one guy had video games, I went to go grab it. The only ones that I grabbed from him were, I got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash for the Wii U, got Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U, Skylanders Trap Queen, Trap Team, sorry. Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. So I grabbed each of those for $3 a piece. Then some lady had some mason jars. I grabbed these. You remember these guys? Got this Bulbasaur right here, and then a really beat up Pikachu one. So originally it was $3 a piece. I was like, this one sucks. So I got it for $5. But pretty cool. I might actually hang on to these. What's the difference between jelly and jam? I can't jelly this up your ass. And then from the same lady, kind of on a whim, I went ahead and I bought this at-home McFlurry machine. I mean, it's pretty cool. These kids seem to like it, but the box is beat up. I didn't even know if all the pieces were in there. They are, except for, like, you know, the ingredients. And I just thought it was pretty cool. You know, sometimes this McDonald's stuff kicks me into high gear. So I grabbed it because it was only $3. Little did I know that online it's really not worth that much. So this might be something that probably does not have a lot of longevity in my collecting hierarchy. Kind of like you guys watching this video. There's not a lot of longevity in how long you're going to stick around. So that was the flea market. Now at this point, it was too early to go to Savers. So I was like, let me kill some time and hit up some yard sales. And I did find one with a bunch of games. Here's what came from that. A few things I grabbed kind of on a whim. I was like, hey, I don't know if these are good or not, but I'm not going to stick around and check to see the value on them. But if anything cool pops up, I will throw it on the screen for you to know. But again, there's a lot. The problem that I'm finding nowadays is I'm coming across games in the wild, you know, not at thrift stores and stuff, like at yard sales, but it's all the same stuff. It's all first-person shooters and racing games. Now, that's the problem with America right there, okay? When you see Ed's Retro Geek Out hunting in Belgium, you don't see him walking around getting all gun game crazy and race car, you know, Fast and the Furious out there. They're more wholesome people. They like their Marios. They like their platformers. The things that I want. Instead, I'm stuck here with you Second Amendment freaks. So anyways, here's some games. So even though they are a little lackluster on the surface, some of them are worth it. Here, I was hoping for more. There's some PS1 games, but nothing to get too excited about. So I ended up just making a pile, and I think I got all of these for $40, which is about, it ended up being 19 games. I thought I had 20, so it's a little more than $2 a piece, but definitely worth it there. At least I think so. Not a bad pickup, except it was a bad pickup, because since I spent so much time at this yard sale, I didn't end up going to Savers that day to write it open, and what had happened was my buddy got this instead of me. If you know, you know. So if you're there thinking, hey, wait a minute, you just said your buddy got it, not you. Well, that's because he got it for $3.99 at the thrift store, and I paid him $65. So if you're watching, f*** you, Brian. But don't worry, I'm going to play this game, and I'm going to find the girl of my dreams. Tweet about that. See ya! I'm a redemption story. Alright, so let me throw a toy in the mix to kind of break things up, and then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming. So, I'm part of a little raffle group for vintage toys. I threw in a couple of dollars, and I won this guy. Now, the box is empty, but it was complete in the box. The reason why it's empty is because I already have one loose complete, but now I have an awesome box to go with it, and I can resell the extra. You see how we do this, ladies and gentlemen? I ain't teaching you something you don't know. You ain't already know. I ain't teaching you something you ain't already know. Say it as many times as you want until you get it right. So, there we go. Got a G1 thrust box added to my collection, and I'm not reselling it, which is amazing. So again, apparently everybody's just giving up their Wii things, alright? So I found Mario Party 8, Link's Crossbow Training, Wii Sports. Those two were bundled together for like $3.99, which is great. Mario and Sonic go to this Olympics. Mario and Sonic go to the Cold Olympics. Sonic Unleashed, which again, pro tip here, this by itself, not that exciting, but always check to see if they're factory sealed. This was, which makes it much more exciting. Look at that, Toys R Us sticker, baby. Value buy, $19.99. Maybe if you paid full price, they would still be in business. You Amazon whores. Again, a PS1 game, just excited to find a PS1 game, but it's not that exciting. Jet Moto. These ones are a little bit more of a stretch. Madden 13 sealed, probably, you know, sports game sealed, who knows. And then Gears 4. Gears of War 4 seal. This seal is a little iffy, and this one actually ended up being more expensive. Each of those games were $3.99 a piece, except for this one, which I think was like $6.99. So, made it a little less desirable, but not enough. And again, this was the cool winner because they were a 2-pack for $3.99. Also randomly got this Jonathan Taves pop. We'll see, I've been doing okay with pops, although it never ends up being as good as I feel like it's going to be, but that one, we'll see what happens with him. I don't have it with me, but I also picked up this sealed wireless smart thermostat thingy. I'm taking a chance with it because apparently the company went out of business. So I don't know if whoever buys this, like, I don't know if it's going to work, if they make an app for it still, if it's going to be supported. So a little bit of a risky buy, but I think it was like $4 or $5, so I can live with it. And then also this VHS has some value. It is 9 Lives, horror movie starring Paris Hilton. And yes, I do have Paris Hilton's song on my Spotify playlist. Even though the gods are crazy, even though the stars are blind, if you show me real love, baby, I'll show you mine. Yeah, you want to do me. So So again, not to bore you toy guys, here is a still image of some of the figures I picked up. Had some Hulk ones. I don't see a lot of Hulk figures, and I know there's a bunch of Hulk fans. So I figured I would take, anytime you get a bunch of recognizable figures in a bag for like $4, I'm going to grab it, because you figure at least you're going to get like $3 a piece. You know, so you're not going to lose money, and you add a little variety to your selection. So there you go. Toys! Yay, exciting. Now back to video games, because that's all we end up finding. But it's a good problem to have. One of the days I did have some competition, which was a little scary. We both kind of made it. I think he made it to the games first. But it's one of those things where I'm like, listen, I'm not going to let you just kind of like umbrella the entire video game section. So you can move over and let me grab some things. And I don't know if I was luckier or I'm not sure what he got. He ended up getting some like random Xbox 360 game, which looked kind of unique. I think it had like some Japanese writing and a red cover. Maybe something to do with racing. He told me what it was, but I forgot it because I just don't care when other people talk. So that's pretty close to the truth, actually. I really need to work on my listening skills. But I think I ended up with the win here. So I got some games that have some value. Matrix, Enter the Neo. Does that one say Enter? Path of Neo. Not even close. Lord of the Rings Conquest. Fear 3. Again, when I was grabbing these. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon CD. Again, for $3.99, not the best buy, but it's for, you know, Resident Evil, so I'm going to grab it. This was a surprise, but I'm going to save that for last. Grab a figure, grab another Mortal Kombat. This one right here, I almost didn't, you know, this one I almost let go. Check this out, guys. Platinum Hits Ultimate Alliance Special Edition. I don't know why, but this thing was selling for over $100 by the time I grabbed that. So that was the big find for me that week. So even though I didn't get there first, technically, still came out on top. But there's plenty for everyone. Also on the same day, picked up another Wii, opened it up. It had this guy, not that exciting. Couple Wiimotes with the Wii Motion Plus adapter. I have an Xbox 360 controller floating around. You know what those look like, I don't gotta show you. Picked up these PlayStation headphones. I did good with the other ones, which I ended up keeping. This one did not have the receiver, so it might not do as well, but figured I would pick it up since it is official. And ending on a high note, why are we all here? To make money. I found this other sealed box of headphones, which I threw up on the internet and it sold immediately. That's not true, but it did sell pretty quickly. I paid up for it. It was like 25 bucks. I ended up selling it for 60, so pretty cool. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Again, whirlwind, crazy, lots of animated action, blah, 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 buying. But I gotta sell. I'm just becoming a hoarder. This is ridiculous. Help me help you by helping me. I don't really know how I'm helping you, but buy my things, okay? Because I'm going to sell them. So if you live locally, I'm going to list it. If you want to follow me on Whatnot, I'm going to sell it. If you want a poo-poo do-doo-poo, then I'm your guy, Tutu. What the hell am I talking about? Open the door. Say something.
All of you.
Okay, apparently I need to go raise my daughters because they're becoming really nice young ladies. I blame you. I blame you. Stop making me pretend that I'm a YouTuber. Okay? Look at the camera, you dum-dum. Who are you talking to? Nobody's over here. They're over here. They're never going to connect with you unless you look at them in the freaking eye. You still did it. You drifted off. Stop looking at yourself. You're so obsessed. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye. Hey, everybody. Grego Fabulous here, and welcome to another episode of Thrifting to...
Hey guys, Grego Fabulous here. Here's another prank. Anyways, here's my dumb toys. Here's a toy in the house. Here's a knife. And here's my cranky dad.